Welcome back to our channel. When it comes to the Beverly Hillbillies, most viewers immediately picture a simple yet incredibly entertaining family finding themselves out of place amidst the glitz and glamour of Beverly Hills. Among them, the character of Miss Jane Hathaway, intelligent, witty, and enthusiastic, played by Nancy Kulp, has become an indispensable icon. Beside her stands Jed Clampett, the wise and warm-hearted patriarch of the Clampett family, brought to life through Buddy Ebsen's performance. On screen, these two characters seem like close friends, seamlessly in sync in every frame. But little do people know that behind the stage lights, the relationship between Nancy and Buddy told a very different story. They weren't just individuals from two distinct worlds, one embodying Nancy's intellect and refinement, the other reflecting Buddy's simplicity and firm principles, but also representatives of two contrasting lifestyles and ideologies. So, what caused these two talented actors to fail at finding common ground, even to the point of enduring tensions that spanned decades? This isn't just a tale of disagreements. It's a vivid testament to the complexities of human nature behind Hollywood's glamorous facade. Join us as we delve into this emotionally charged story. From the early days of Nancy and Buddy's careers, the resounding success of the Beverly Hillbillies, to the climax of their conflict during the 1984 political campaign, to better understand these two vibrant personalities and the legacies they left behind. Did their personal conflicts overshadow their talent and dedication? Or did those very tensions help etch their marks even deeper in the hearts of the audience? Separate lives and journeys. Before the Beverly Hillbillies, Nancy Kulp was far from the typical image of a Hollywood star. Born in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, she was raised in an intellectual household where education and discipline were paramount. As the only child of Robert and Marjorie Kulp, Nancy was exposed early to a strict academic environment. Her father worked as a traveling salesman, while her mother, a teacher who later became a school principal, served as a strong role model whom Nancy deeply admired. From a young age, Nancy demonstrated intelligence and determination. After her family moved to Miami, Florida, she pursued a degree in journalism, graduating in 1943. However, instead of following a stable career behind the scenes, Nancy chose to step out and face bigger challenges. As a sharp writer for the Miami Beach Tropics, she interviewed prominent figures such as Clark Gable and even the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. But when World War II broke out, Nancy didn't hesitate to leave her promising writing career to join the U.S. Navy, becoming one of the few women of her time to serve in the military. With steadfast determination, she quickly rose to the rank of lieutenant, embodying a strong sense of duty and patriotism. After the war, Nancy ventured into Hollywood, a place that often did not welcome individuals who didn't fit the mold. Despite not possessing the traditional beauty of the era's starlets, Nancy persistently worked to establish herself. Her intelligence and unique charm helped her carve out a stable position in the entertainment industry. Though often cast in supporting roles, Nancy had an uncanny ability to captivate the screen with her sharp wit and distinctive acting style. Armed with a strong educational background and an equally formidable personality, Nancy first found opportunities not in front of the camera, but behind the scenes, working in the publicity department of MGM Studios. Here, she built relationships with directors and producers who quickly recognized her unique qualities. Her appearance may not have aligned with conventional standards of beauty, but her intelligent demeanor and confident style made her stand out. Nancy's first acting opportunities came in the 1950s, with small roles in films and television shows. Early performances, such as the maid in I Love Lucy or the quirky waitress in Maverick, became launching pads for her talent. Despite her brief screen time, Nancy always found a way to command attention through her sharp delivery and nuanced expressions. The 1950s and early 1960s marked a period of success for Nancy in television. She appeared in numerous popular shows, including Perry Mason, The Twilight Zone, The Untouchables, and The Bob Cummings Show. A common thread in her roles was her ability to bring to life supporting characters that were colorful, intelligent, and occasionally eccentric, but always uniquely charming. This talent made her a sought-after character actress. One of Nancy's most memorable roles during this period was in The Bob Cummings Show, where she played Pamela Livingstone, a witty and intelligent character. This role earned her her first Emmy nomination, a remarkable achievement for a supporting actress at the time. Nancy also appeared in films such as Forever Darling, 1956, and The Parent Trap, 1961, further showcasing her versatility as an actress. While Nancy grew up in an academic environment, Buddy Ebsen's childhood was rooted in the simplicity of life in Orlando, Florida. He grew up surrounded by open fields and fresh air, where a modest lifestyle nurtured a free-spirited and dreamy soul. From a young age, Buddy developed a passion for music and dance, dreaming of becoming a professional dancer. This dream was not just a personal aspiration, but also an opportunity for him and his sister Vilma to turn their shared love of dancing into a career. The duo entered the vaudeville stage, quickly becoming a sensation with their graceful steps and perfect harmony. Audiences adored them, even dubbing them the Baby Astairs in comparison to Fred and Adele Astaire, the legends of dance. Like many inspiring stories, Buddy's journey was not without challenges. When he left Florida to seek opportunities in New York, he had only a few dollars to his name, barely enough to get by. Those early struggles didn't deter him. With talent, perseverance, and an endearing smile, he gradually conquered Broadway, opening the door to Hollywood, where his artistic dreams came true. In the 1930s, Buddy Ebsen became a familiar face in musical films, where he not only danced but also showcased his acting talent. A significant milestone was his collaboration with Shirley Temple, the legendary child star, in captivating dance sequences. Buddy's ability to combine physical grace with natural charm made it impossible for audiences to look away. He was not just an exceptional dancer, but a well-rounded performer. However, not all career turns were smooth. In 1938, Buddy was cast as the Tin Man in the iconic film The Wizard of Oz. It was supposed to be a golden opportunity to cement his name in cinematic history, but disaster struck when the aluminum dust in his makeup caused a severe reaction, landing him in the hospital. His health condition forced him to leave the project, and the role was reassigned to Jack Haley. Although this left a deep scar, Buddy refused to let it define him. Stepping away from the spotlight for a time, Buddy found new meaning in serving his community. During World War II, he trained naval officers in ship piloting, demonstrating a strong sense of responsibility and patriotism. Even when away from the arts, Buddy proved his dedication to making a difference. After the war, Buddy returned to Hollywood with a renewed sense of purpose. He expanded his repertoire beyond cheerful and friendly roles, challenging himself with more complex and villainous characters. He appeared in various television programs, including Gunsmoke and Maverick, where he brought a new depth to his performances, giving audiences a fresh perspective on his acting range. His career continued to flourish, and he became a symbol of professionalism and reliability in the entertainment industry. Buddy Ebsen represented a unique blend of simplicity, talent, and unwavering determination. He held firm to traditional values, sometimes appearing conservative, but this steadfastness shaped a strong personality that starkly contrasted with Nancy Kulp's sharp wit and openness. When fate brought these two individuals, each with such different journeys, together on the set of the Beverly Hillbillies, their relationship became a memorable story, not only for their on-screen collaboration, but also for the simmering conflicts behind the glamour. Collaboration on the Beverly Hillbillies. When the Beverly Hillbillies premiered in 1962, no one could have predicted that the story of a rural family suddenly made wealthy by an oil discovery and moving to Beverly Hills would become a cultural phenomenon. The show skillfully juxtaposed the simplicity and sincerity of rural life with the glitz and complexity of urban society, creating humor and resonance with audiences across America. Nancy Kulp and Buddy Ebsen were instrumental in this success, delivering performances that were polar opposites, yet perfectly complemented each other on screen. As Miss Jane Hathaway, Nancy Kulp transformed a character originally written as a mere secretary into a symbol of intelligence, humor, and unique charm. Miss Jane was not only the diligent right-hand assistant to banker Milburn Drysdale, but also a devoted ally to the Clampett family. With her sharp intellect, subtle wit, and occasional quirks, Nancy's character navigated the chaotic situations with poise, bringing a refined touch of humor to the series. The heart of her portrayal lay in the warm and kind spirit beneath her professional demeanor, along with her innocent crush on Jethro, Jed Clampett's nephew. Meanwhile, Buddy Ebsen portrayed Jed Clampett, the family patriarch and the heart of the show. Jed embodied wisdom and simplicity, representing timeless American values. As the leader of the Clampett clan, Jed maintained his principles and optimism through the many comical challenges of life in Beverly Hills. With his calm demeanor, soft-spoken manner, and trademark exclamation, "Well, doggies!" Buddy turned Jed Clampett into a character whom audiences both loved and respected. His warmth and rustic wisdom kept the family united amid the glamorous but challenging new world they found themselves in. The on-screen chemistry between Nancy and Buddy was a cornerstone of the show's resounding success. The series quickly climbed to the top of the ratings and became one of the highest-viewed sitcoms in American television history. However, behind the stage lights, the relationship between Nancy and Buddy was far from the harmonious partnership seen on screen. While they delivered perfectly coordinated performances on camera, Nancy Kulp and Buddy Ebsen were starkly different in personality and worldview off-camera. Buddy was a staunch conservative, deeply rooted in traditional values, and outspoken about his political beliefs. In contrast, Nancy leaned toward progressive ideals, with an open-minded and forward-thinking perspective on the world. This ideological gap was not just a minor disagreement, but a significant divide that led to numerous heated debates between them. These disagreements were not lighthearted exchanges, but often prolonged arguments that created a tense atmosphere on set. Nevertheless, both actors maintained their professionalism, ensuring that their personal differences never compromised the quality of their performances. On screen, they continued to portray the harmonious dynamic between their characters so convincingly that viewers remained unaware of their deep-seated off-screen differences. The tension between Nancy and Buddy was not unusual in Hollywood, where strong personalities and differing viewpoints frequently clashed. What stood out, however, was their ability to uphold professionalism and not let their personal conflicts overshadow the success of the show. Despite their divergent worldviews, both understood that their primary responsibility was to deliver exceptional moments for the audience, a responsibility they fulfilled brilliantly. The blend of on-screen harmony and off-screen tension created a complex relationship that was both contrasting and complementary. This dynamic added a layer of intrigue to Nancy Kulp and Buddy Ebsen's story, making it not only a memorable part of the Beverly Hillbillies, but also a fascinating chapter in the larger narrative of Hollywood's golden age. The climax of conflict. After the Beverly Hillbillies ended, Nancy Kulp decided to embark on an entirely new path: politics. With her progressive mindset and deep concern for her community, Nancy felt she could contribute more beyond the bright lights of Hollywood. In 1984, at the age of 62, she announced her candidacy for the U.S. House of Representatives in Pennsylvania, representing the Democratic Party. It was a bold and challenging move, as the district she was running in, Pennsylvania's 9th District, was a long-standing Republican stronghold. Her opponent, Bud Schuster, had already served 6 terms and was well known for his strong support within the region. Despite the odds, Nancy pressed forward with determination, engaging with voters and sharing her vision for change. However, amidst the heated campaign, An unexpected event forced Nancy to confront not only political pressure, but also a deeply personal betrayal. Buddy Ebsen, her former co-star from the Beverly Hillbillies, unexpectedly entered the fray, not to support her, but to back her opponent. With no ties to Pennsylvania or Bud Schuster, Buddy recorded a radio ad in which he criticized Nancy as being too liberal and accused her of leveraging her celebrity status to influence voters. The ad caused a stir, not only for its content, but because of its source, a man with whom Nancy had worked closely for years. For Nancy, Buddy's actions were a heavy blow. While the two had never been close, she hadn't expected their personal differences to escalate into such a public attack. In interviews following the incident, Nancy didn't hold back her disappointment. "He's not the Jed Clampett the audience loved," she said, emphasizing that Buddy's gentle, amiable on-screen persona was far from reality. She also criticized Buddy for meddling in the election, arguing that he had no legitimate reason to involve himself other than to hurt her. "I would never have done that to him," she said, her voice tinged with sadness and hurt. Buddy's ad not only wounded Nancy personally, but also impacted her campaign. In a district already leaning Republican, Buddy's intervention further complicated her uphill battle. In the end, she lost the election by a wide margin, with her opponent securing over 66% of the vote. While Nancy acknowledged that her loss wasn't solely because of Buddy's actions, it was clear that his involvement left a deep emotional scar. As for Buddy, he didn't feel immediate regret. At the time, he believed he was defending the values he held dear. However, as the years passed, Buddy began to feel remorse about the situation. In his later years, he admitted that the feud with Nancy had gone too far and expressed regret for the pain he had caused her. Unfortunately, his remorse came too late to repair their fractured relationship. The 1984 election was not only a political defeat for Nancy, but also the culmination of a deeply conflicted relationship with Buddy. It left both of them with complex emotions, hurt, regret, and a sense that something meaningful had been lost. For Nancy, it served as a poignant reminder that Hollywood wasn't just a place of bright lights, but also a stage for shadows of profound sorrow. Life after the Beverly Hillbillies. Following her defeat in the 1984 election, Nancy Kulp chose to step away from the spotlight of Hollywood and redirect her life toward a quieter, more fulfilling path. She returned to Pennsylvania and discovered her passion for teaching. As an artist in residence at Juniata College, a liberal arts institution, Nancy inspired young minds through acting classes. With her extensive knowledge and down-to-earth approach, she not only taught performance techniques, but also encouraged her students to pursue their dreams and believe in their worth, regardless of their circumstances or backgrounds. Nancy's later years were marked by serenity and dedication to her community. She participated in local theater productions and made occasional appearances on small television programs, but her primary focus shifted to teaching and living a modest life. Despite maintaining her optimism and enthusiasm, Nancy faced a significant challenge, a battle with cancer. Diagnosed in 1990, she continued to teach and engage in community activities as long as her health allowed. Nancy passed away in 1991, leaving behind a legacy not only in the entertainment industry, but also in the hearts of her students and colleagues. Nancy Kulp was a symbol of resilience and creativity. Despite the ups and downs of her life, she consistently turned challenges into motivation, continually moving forward and giving back. To those who knew her, Nancy was more than Miss Jane Hathaway. She was a dedicated teacher and a passionate individual who lived life to the fullest. In contrast to Nancy, Buddy Ebsen continued his acting career after the Beverly Hillbillies. He not only remained a prominent figure in the entertainment industry, but also achieved new success with his role in the television series Barnaby Jones. The show, centered on a retired detective solving cases, gave Buddy an entirely different image from his portrayal of Jed Clampett. With his mature performance and approachable style, Buddy once again showcased his versatility. The series ran from 1973 to 1980, solidifying his place in the hearts of viewers across generations. Beyond acting, Buddy demonstrated his multifaceted talents through other creative pursuits. He authored a memoir, offering a behind-the-scenes glimpse into Hollywood, including his conflicts with Nancy Kulp. His memoir was not only a reflection of his career, but also an honest account of the vibrant life of an artist. Buddy also had a passion for sailing, spending much of his time on the water, where he found peace and joy during his later years. On a personal level, Buddy lived a fulfilling life with his third wife, Dorothy Knott, and their family. He cherished moments with his children and grandchildren, whom he considered his greatest source of happiness, although he acknowledged that the role of Jed Clampett remained the most prominent in his career. Buddy never viewed it as a burden. Instead, he embraced the audience's affection with gratitude, frequently attending nostalgic events to connect with fans. Buddy passed away in 2003 at the age of 95, leaving behind a lasting legacy in American television history. From his early days dancing on Broadway stages to his heartfelt performances on screen, Buddy's life was a colorful tapestry of achievements and challenges. To his admirers, Buddy Ebsen was not only a talented actor, but also a symbol of dedication and passion for the arts. Nancy Kulp and Buddy Ebsen, though different in personality, left behind valuable lessons through their post-Beverly Hillbillies lives. One found purpose in inspiring younger generations, while the other continued to demonstrate his talent and enjoy personal passions. Both, in their own unique ways, proved that their legacies extended far beyond their on-screen roles, leaving an indelible mark on audiences and those who shared their journeys. Looking back at the relationship between Nancy Kulp and Buddy Ebsen, we see two strong personalities with differing values and opposing viewpoints that could never find common ground. Nancy, intelligent and sharp, represented progressiveness and free thinking, while Buddy, charming yet conservative, clung firmly to traditional values. These differences not only caused clashes, but also fueled tensions that lasted throughout their collaboration. Even when the stage lights dimmed, their conflicts persisted, reaching a breaking point during the 1984 election, where their contrasting beliefs became an irreparable rift. Despite these disagreements, Nancy and Buddy left an indelible mark through the Beverly Hillbillies. Nancy's portrayal of Miss Jane Hathaway and Buddy's embodiment of Jed Clampett were not merely characters, but symbols of grace and harmony in a classic sitcom. They brought laughter and joy to millions of viewers, proving that talent and professionalism could rise above personal discord. The story of Nancy Kulp and Buddy Ebsen serves as a reminder that behind the laughter on screen lie complex and meaningful real-life stories. The humor they brought to audiences was the result of hard work, often requiring them to push past personal discomfort. This very effort makes their legacy unique. The Beverly Hillbillies was not just a television show, but a testament to the fact that even amidst differences and opposition, people can create something extraordinary. The legacy of Nancy and Buddy lies not only in the roles they played, but also in the story of two individuals with contrasting journeys who came together to create a timeless masterpiece. They didn't just make audiences laugh, they left a lesson about the complexity of human relationships, that conflicts don't diminish the value of what they've contributed, but instead make their story deeper and more memorable. What do you think about the fascinating yet conflicting relationship between Nancy Kulp and Buddy Ebsen? What mark have they left on you through their iconic roles? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to join us as we explore more captivating stories about legendary stars and films. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Goodbye.